Over the last 2,000 years, Jesus has been depicted in many different ways. But as I'm sure you know, nowadays he's usually depicted as a gentle looking European with long hair and a beard. Like in this famous 1940 painting of Jesus by Warner Salmon. Of course, Jesus wasn't European though, he was from the Middle East. So, in recent years, there have been attempts by several different artists to show what Jesus really looked like, such as this anthropological reconstruction by Richard Neve, or there's a photorealistic image by Bas Uderwijk. Well, another way to figure out what Jesus might have looked like would be to go back as far as we can to see how he was depicted in art in the first few centuries following his death. So that's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to be showing you 10 of the earliest images we have of Jesus, and I'll be doing it in the form of a countdown. Considered to be one of the oldest Byzantine icons still in existence, dating to around 550 CE. Now, if you know anything about the history of the Byzantine Empire, aka the Eastern Roman Empire, you'll know that icons were a source of great controversy. Basically, an icon is a religious image used for worship. In the early medieval period, there were some Byzantine Christians who felt that two different faces. This becomes clear if you mirror each side. The reason for this probably has to do with the artist's attempt to symbolize Jesus' supposed dual nature, two different faces. This becomes clear if you mirror each side. The reason for this probably has to do with the artist's attempt to symbolize Jesus' supposed dual nature. Take, for example, this next image from the catacombs of Comodilla. Here we have what's likely the oldest surviving image of a bearded Jesus, dating to around 375 CE. What's interesting about this 1,650-year-old image is that it's not too far off from the average image of Jesus we see today. For example, this image from the catacombs of Marcellinus and Peter. Here we see a woman depicted as touching the edge of Jesus' garment, a story that comes from Mark chapter 5. According to the story, and indicated a person of authority. He's also wearing a mantle on top of his tunic, which, take note, is different from a toga. The mantle was actually the short haircut with no beard, combined with a simple tunic and mantle. But this time, he's got a wand. Yep, that's right, a wand. He's wearing a short tunic, the kind a shepherd at that time would have worn. Note that he also looks quite young, as he most likely would have been, used in depictions of the god Hermes, as Abraham, Moses, and David. But in this video, we are focusing on Jesus. So without further ado, story that is told in all three of the synoptic gospels, in which a paralyzed man is lowered down through a roof so that Jesus can heal him, which he does. So on the left, you can see the now healed man carrying his bed. And on the right, you can see Jesus in his typical Roman form. Short hair, no beard, simple tunic, and mantle. Our best guess is that this image dates to around 235 CE. So basically, we have nothing from the first 200 years after Jesus' death.
Recognizable as the face of Jesus. And yet no one knows what Jesus actually looked like. Suffer little children, and forbid them not to come unto me. Lazarus, come forth. O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. If the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. I am the resurrection and the life. My kingdom is not of this world.